Hi, my name is Tara, and I am doing this video to talk about my interest in Overeaters Anonymous. I came to YouTube originally looking for people's videos about their experiences with OA to see if they enjoyed it, if it worked for them, but I really didn't find any. I found a couple that maybe started and then did one or two videos and then stopped. And who knows, why. Maybe it didn't work for them, or maybe they didn't want to do the video anymore. I don't know. But one thing I did find, and I kind of wanted to give this shout out, was that while I was looking for these OA videos, I came across a video by Winsong, who is, I guess at this point, she's about 5 years out from lap band surgery. And man, she's awesome. Like, her, first of all, just her journey and her transformation is like amazing. But also, just that she comes every week and talks to us and tells us what's going on. And I just think that's really cool. And it was really inspiring to me to see her transformation and to see that she's still doing it. Because I saw her first video and I was like, if she's, did she make it? I'm not going to start watching these videos if she didn't make it, But she's still doing it, you know what I mean? And even if, I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. I just think she's cool, and that kind of made me think, well, you know what, maybe I can do a video, and maybe I can help some people. So that's what I decided to do. And so here I am. And I blocked my notes. Here they are. So anyways, I chose OA because I have an addiction to food. And, I've been in AA before. I had an alcohol problem. Us addictive personality type people usually get them all around. And actually, I've given up quite a few vices. And food is the one that, stop fidgeting. Food is the one that gets me and stays with me. And I think it's because it's the one that I have been with the longest. I probably have had this relationship with food since I was maybe 3 years old. And I'm not going to get into all that right now. Maybe another day. But, I've had this relationship, and so it's almost like it's ingrained in me, so it's very hard to kick. And I've tried it. I've tried, I feel like my mind is there, and I just need some kind of I need the resources, so I figure I'll go somewhere where other people are going through this too, and, see how they do it. So, let's see. I want to move this so I can see the clock. I'm an emotional eater. I eat when I'm upset, when I'm angry. I eat when I'm sad. I eat when I'm bored. I eat when I feel like I'm lacking something, like if I'm lonely or something like that. It's like one of those covers everything, except for it doesn't fix anything. But it does give me a sense of peace while I'm eating. Only for those few minutes while I'm shoveling it in, I kind of feel this peace, which I would really like to find somewhere else. And then, of course, it only lasts that couple of minutes, because then I am uncomfortable because I've eaten too much. I eat like a lot of other people drink. If I've had a bad day, some people, when they have a bad day, they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to have this drink. I deserve it. I'm going to get wasted. I eat during those. I look forward to the big plate of fries, or, something that I can just keep noshing on and just hand to mouth thing. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm going to get food wasted, and, so I'll share with you a story. I had some bad news a couple weeks ago about work. I didn't get a job that I wanted. And, I went around. I decided I was going to get some food. I had been eating better. I had been watching what I was eating more often, smaller meals and everything. But I decided, screw it. I'm going to throw that out the window today. I've had a bad day. This is bad news. I'm going to just do it. And that information was enough for me to go like balls to the wall, throw everything out, and just eat until I couldn't breathe. till it hurt. And which sounds ridiculous, but it's just the way it is. And I knew that's what I was doing. I knew that, when I was driving to the restaurant, I knew that was the reason. I said to myself, that this is a really bad idea. And I didn't care. There was no stopping me. I was going to go for it. And in some kind of way, I felt like I deserved it. Which I guess is weird, because if that's what I feel like I deserve, like, what do I think of myself? Wow. Okay, so anyways, where am I? Sorry. So I went to this meeting today, and I kind of actually put it off for a while. I was sick, and so I was like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna go. I'm not feeling well. And then I knew I was gonna do this video, and I'm not ready for the video. I should do the video before I go to the meeting, and so whatever. But I finally just went to the meeting, even though I hadn't done the first video. The meeting itself, I didn't like. But that was just that one meeting. But the experience that I had was actually pretty good, if that makes any sense. I didn't particularly, it was a small meeting. I didn't really like I didn't identify with the people that were there. But I did have an experience where I felt myself open up and being willing to make these changes in my life. And that's a feeling that I recognize from my AA meeting, that first AA meeting. I'm thinking I don't want to be here. Same thing with the OA, but then I just they start talking about faith, and I guess that touches a chord in me, and I'm like, I do have faith. I have faith in God. I have faith in myself. I have faith that God and I are one, and that we work together as long as I allow it, and I want to allow it. So that was great. Excuse me. And it's what made me realize that this is a program that could work for me. I know the AA program works. I've been sober for years now, and that's awesome. So it works. Food obviously is going to be a little bit different. So the first question I had after the meeting, I did meet one lady that seemed like somebody that I could get some good information from. And the first thing I said to her was, I wanted to know what my goals, how do I set my goals? Because I hear them using the word abstain a lot. And so I wonder what they mean when they say that. Abstain from what? With AA, and you're going to hear me refer to that a lot, sorry, but with AA, it's easy to know what you're abstaining. You're not going to drink. That's it. That's your goal. Don't drink. But with the food, it was a little bit different. So just kind of figure out what that was. But then when I got to I'm sorry. And I also wanted to know what the program expects my goals to be. Because if they're going to be like, yo, don't ever eat Jack in the Box again, I'm going to fail now. You know what I mean? It's not going to work out for me. But because I want to be able to do those things. I just maybe, I want to have donuts. I just don't want to have the whole box, and maybe I don't want to have them every week. So, but when I went to the grocery store afterwards and I had to get some food, and I saw this and I saw that and I wanted to buy, and I was like, oh, okay, what am I trying to abstain from? Buying things in the grocery store that I know I don't need. Does that mean I'm never going to buy it? No, of course I will, but just not every time I feel like it. So that's cool. Also, I want to learn, like I said, I have the desire to quit eating so much, overeating, and eating for emotional purposes. I have the desire, I have the will, and I know I have the ability, but I want to learn the tools and the techniques. And I know that I learned that through the experiences of people who have been through it themselves. So that's another good reason for these meetings. If it's anything like AA, that's why That's why I would go to those meetings. What else? I want to have a new relationship with food. At one point, I used to, again, with alcohol, I drank a lot, and when I went out, I would drink a lot. And I couldn't imagine having a good time without alcohol. And I couldn't see a reason to have just one drink either. That didn't make any sense to me. I thought, I need the drinks so that I can loosen up, so I can have a good time at the club, because I'm always, self-conscious and blah, 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 blah. But the truth is, none of that made any difference. And after I stopped drinking, I realized that it took me just the same amount of time in the club to loosen up sober as it did drinking. The only problem was when I started drinking, sorry, that's another story. But, yeah, so I want to have a different outlook. Now, this was my point. Now I don't drink. I don't have to drink. I don't want to drink. I told myself I'm coming up on 5 years. I told myself before I hit 4 years that maybe I'll reintroduce alcohol. If I, because I have a different outlook. Maybe I can just have beer or wine, or, allow myself to do that. And I keep thinking about, what would be a good time to do that. If I'm on vacation, or if I'm at a wedding, or if it's New Year's Eve or whatever. And honestly, I really can't think of a good reason to drink. What would be a good reason? Like all those things I just mentioned, I have a great time without alcohol. What's a good enough reason? There's not one. And so I'd like to have that kind of feeling towards food too. Obviously I'm gonna eat. I gotta eat. But it would be something that I would like to have that kind of an outlook. I'd like to see what my life would be like without the food addiction. I'd like to see what my life could be like without this extra weight that I have, and if I could be, instead of recreational eating, what would my life be like with recreational activity, get out there and do some things, and I think my life could be fuller. The crazy thing, and I'm going to end with this, the craziest thing about this is that when I kind of feel like I don't want to change. Part of me says that I don't want to change that. I don't want to be a person who doesn't love food. Just like when I started AA, I didn't want to be somebody who used to drink, but I don't drink anymore. Like, that was always kind of like, why don't you drink? I felt like a failure, or it's kind of like, but I'm glad I don't drink. And I think that I'm going to learn that I don't have to be some vegan. Not that everything's wrong with vegans, awesome for you, but I don't have to be that. And I don't have to be somebody who, only eats I can eat whatever I want. I want to be somebody who doesn't just have to go overboard with it. And so I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to keep going to these meetings. I'm going to try a different meeting, and I'll keep you updated. Let me know if you watch this video. Let me know if this is, at all any help to you, and your comments are welcome. Try to keep them positive, because I have sensitive feelings. And I'll see you next time. Thanks.